Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga was working under immense pressure of Joe Biden's planet-saving propaganda. But now, the Japanese PM is facing a major pushback from Japanese automakers and heavy industries. As it turns out, Japanese industrialists want Suga to make more rational decisions and not follow Biden's political green agenda, as it would widely harm the industries in Japan. Hi, and welcome to Tier 5 Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the Tier 5 Media Group. I am your host Rohan Sachdeva, and in this video, I'll explain to you why the Japanese Prime Minister's decision of towing Biden's line is not going down well with the industrialists in Japan. US President Joe Biden's climate agenda is facing a serious setback in Japan. Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga was working under the pressure of Biden's propaganda about saving the planet. Suga promised to cut emissions by a drastic 46% by 2030 from levels in 2013, which was seen as a major win for Biden's overhyped Earth Day summit. However, the green growth strategy in Japan is now facing major pushback from the Japanese automakers and heavy industries that have powered the world's third largest economy. Japanese industries and businesses want their Prime Minister to be more pragmatic and follow a path independent of Biden. To be blunt, Japan's business leaders understand that Joe Biden's green agenda is purely political. Biden has been doing some crazy things, including adding climate change provisions in the infrastructure plan, cancellation of the Keystone XL oil pipeline project, and introducing fracking restrictions. But Japanese business leaders see no reason as to why Tokyo should also act crazy. Unlike Biden, Japan's key industries and businesses do not want to go full green without any preparation. They want to research and invest in green energy before making a radical push towards cutting greenhouse emissions. President of Toyota Motor and the Japan Automobile Manufacturers Association made an honest assessment. He said, if things continue as they are now, we won't be able to produce cars in Japan anymore. We need green energy first and foremost. Toyota is also in the spotlight for questioning Suga's climate policy. The Japanese Prime Minister presently wants to reduce net carbon emissions to zero by 2050. To achieve this ambitious goal, Japan will have to make a radical shift towards electric forms of transportation. There is a plan to end the sale of new gasoline-only vehicles by 2035, but the Japanese automobile industry clearly feels that the target is unsustainable. The iron and steel industries face similar technological hurdles. For example, Nippon Steel, the largest steelmaker in Japan, will have to use hydrogen instead of coal in blast furnaces in order to reduce their emissions. But this creates new issues like the extremely high temperatures at which hydrogen combusts, creating the risk of explosions and industrial accidents. Japan's business leaders and the industrial community are thus sending across a very important message. Biden might not care about his own American industries, and he might sacrifice them for his political agenda. The same model cannot be replicated elsewhere at the cost of key domestic industries that drive economic growth.